The Premier League returns this weekend, Manchester United fans, for you against Liverpool on Sunday. Here is our preview from the Manchester Evening News. Liverpool haven't lost at Anfield for 6 years against Manchester United fans. The last time was 2016, so it's nearly 7 years now. That means this is a real must-win for Manchester United, and it's a real must-win to show that Erik Ten Hag's really made a difference to the side this season that we've sort of seen in recent games. We've seen that sort of difference that he's made, but we haven't seen him really take on a real top side and put them to the sword, which is a real chance he's got with Liverpool this season, because Liverpool are not in good form. Liverpool have been awful this season. Their midfield has been so weak. It's been their real problem area. They've been relying on sort of Milner, Henderson, Fabinho to sort of carry this midfield where there's no youth, there's no sort of drive, and midfield has been where Manchester United really improved this season under Erik Ten Hag. Casemiro came in, he's been absolutely influential, and next to him, Fred, Sabitzer, Eriksen, they were all doing a decent job. Sabitzer's not played next to Casemiro yet, but it's all the same. And then Fernandes has been impressive, just ahead of them again. So this game will be won in the midfield. As for Manchester United's team news, Shaw and Sancho are still doubts. They'll probably miss out after they missed out against West Ham in midweek. However, Casemiro is absolutely crucial. McTominay was not very good in midweek against West Ham, and Casemiro came on at half-time and changed the way Manchester United play, and Man United went out. They were a different side with Casemiro there. Eriksen and Van der Beek are still out, and they would probably start alongside Casemiro in Erik Ten Hag's dream starting 11. However, Fred has been like a man possessed next to Casemiro in recent games, and I think he's probably deserving of a start again. In attack, Weghorst eventually has to get a rest. He's started every single game since he's signed for Manchester United. He's only scored once. Surely Rashford has to move up front, or Erik Ten Hag has to have something up his sleeve that'll give Weghorst that rest, especially with these 2 games against Betis in the Europa League coming up. Is the Europa League a more realistic trophy option? Sort of in the Premier League, top 4 looks like it's secured. It looks like the rest of the teams that were battling for top 4 don't want it anymore. They've all hit awful form, or they've got an outlying performance in them that's just not very good. And Man United look comfortable in 3rd. And if the season goes to pot, 4th will be secure anyway. Whereas in the Europa League, there is that chance to win another trophy. And sort of a double in your first season, you can't really complain. So Weghorst should really get that rest eventually for Manchester United. And Rashford could go up front. Then Garnacho was brilliant. Man of the match against West Ham. He was so good, and he seemed to have that maturity that we've sort of not really seen in this season. In recent seasons, he's not really shown that maturity to get back, sort of do the defensive work. He's always shown that talent on the left wing of sort of dribbling past players, beating his man. He's creative, he's sort of energetic, but he showed that maturity to get back, and he was doing the defensive work, and he was closing people down, and then he was still showing that creativity and that energeticness. What's the word? Energeticness? Is it energy? All right. He was still showing that creativeness and that energy to get down that left wing, and then obviously he was man of the match. So I think he should start again, which means Weghorst really has a chance to drop out of this side. Rashford moves up front, Garnacho and Antony on the wings. Antony wasn't great against West Ham, but in the previous 2 games, especially against Barcelona, he came on, he was fantastic. So I think he's probably deserving of another start. As for the opposition, Naby Keita, Thiago Alcantara and Luis Diaz are all confirmed to be out. Joe Gomez is likely to still be out. He might make the bench, but that means Liverpool are still weak in that midfield, and especially weak without Thiago or Keita. There's really nothing there. The danger men for Liverpool are Van Dijk. He's really come back into form in recent weeks. He was so good in Liverpool's last game, and I think he's back to his sort of impenetrable best. He's going to be a real test for Man United's new look attack to sort of beat him and beat Liverpool's what has been a half-decent defence in recent weeks. They've kept 2 consecutive clean sheets, 1 against Wolves, and it's like, what can Manchester United do differently to sort of break through this defence that is much better than the defences they've faced recently? especially since like the World Cup, Manchester United haven't really faced a fantastic defence with Rashford in such flying form and Weghorst up front, and it begs the question whether Liverpool will have too much in defence for Manchester United to create this free-flowing attacking football that they have been creating in recent weeks. Salah is always a danger, and Darwin Núñez is a wild card. You might think Man United dodged a bullet when they didn't manage to sign him ahead of Liverpool in the summer. However, there's something about the way he plays that you never have any idea what to expect. He could turn up one game and play like a target man. He could turn up the next game and play like a winger, and you just don't really know. So I'd keep an eye on Darwin Núñez and be worried about what he can do, especially to sort of Lisandro Martinez, because we haven't seen him sort of physical battle in there, and he lost that to Mikel Antonio against West Ham. And like Martinez was getting bodied by Antonio until he went off for Scamacca. So will Darwin Núñez cause issues for Martinez? Could he be this first sort of striker to really cause issues in the Premier League for Martinez? As for a score prediction and a team lineup sort of prediction, I think the score, I can see it being a narrow 2-1 win to Manchester United. I don't think Liverpool are still on good form, and I think Manchester United will have that midfield battle down easy. And as for a team lineup, I think it'll be David De Gea in net. He's crucial for Erik Ten Hag. He hasn't even been dropped yet. It'll be Wan-Bissaka at right back, Varane and Martinez at centre half, then Man United's best centre half partnership. At left back, I think it'll be Malacia. I don't think Shaw will be quite match fit yet. In central midfield, I think it'll be Casemiro and Fred. Fred deserves that chance to start yet again. Fernandes just ahead of them, and I'd go for a rotated attack of Antony and Garnacho on the wings and Rashford up front. So Manchester United fans, that was your preview from us at the Manchester Evening News. I've been Sam Hutchison. Make sure to let us know what you think might happen in this game. Give us your team lineups in the comments if you want, and make sure to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out the Manchester is Red podcast on YouTube and on Spotify now. And also check out the Manchester Evening News for any more Man United updates in the build-up to this game at Anfield. I know we're outside Old Trafford, but it is at Anfield. Right, I'm off to the pub for a bite to eat. See you next time.